Imagine for a moment that you couldn't speak. Almost immediately, you'd find that things you took for granted were no longer possible. People would assume that you have no opinions. You'd begin to lose control over areas of your life that you thought were yours by right. People would start to talk about you as though you were not there and make choices for you. Imagine for a moment if you could not choose for yourself what you wanted to eat or drink, or where, the people that you wanted to spend your time with, where you wanted to go and what you wanted to do. Until recently, many people with speech and language difficulties were often in these kind of situations, but with the advent of new information communication technologies, it has now become possible to provide them with an alternative voice. In this video you will see a range of systems being used which have been carefully selected for each individual following an extensive and detailed assessment. All of the young people involved have communication and learning difficulties and attend local special schools in Leicester and Leicestershire. In the past, these young people would have been silent. Now, by means of relatively simple technology, the youngsters are able to take part in the world as fully communicating members of society.
My name is Phoebe.
Oh, very good. And what school are you from, Phoebe? What school are you from?
The first school.
I go to Forest Way School.
Very good. And when, so that we can remember to send you a birthday card, when is your birthday? When is your birthday? Can you find it on there? When is your birthday? Yes, that's the right one. Try again. Good girl.
My birthday is on the 20th of July.
Right, we must remember to send you a birthday card, mustn't we?
Stacey, would you like a drink?
Some of the youngsters have only had their communication aids for a short time. Already, the results are remarkable. With skilled and sensitive teaching and the right type of encouragement, a great deal can be achieved. Freedom to communicate is a basic human right. For some young people, a communication aid is their only means.
Apple juice.
I feel happy. I feel happy.
Yes, that's a happy face. That's right, Sam. Good.
Various communication devices are being used, ranging from simple machines producing a few pre-selected sentences through to sophisticated systems, providing opportunities for the youngsters to speak freely. Before a communication aid can be selected for use by a young person, a detailed assessment must be undertaken. Professionals from a wide variety of disciplines are involved. This multidisciplinary assessment is ongoing and involves collecting advice and information from the young person themselves, the young person's parents and carers, a physiotherapist who provides advice on the young person's patterns of movement, thus ensuring that any movements used to activate a switch are voluntary and completely under the young person's control. Teachers who are in daily contact with the young person and are therefore aware of their needs for the curriculum and more generally at school. Specialists and advisory staff skilled in alternative augmentative communication or sensory impairment. And the technicians who assist in programming and undertake essential maintenance and upgrading. It is crucial that all the relevant professionals are involved, as failure to address one aspect of the young person's needs could mean that they are unable to take full advantage of the communication device, or that an inappropriate device could be obtained.
Tell me a story.
Sing me a song.
Sing me a song.
There are a wide variety of communication aids available. These range from simple machines which can produce a few messages to highly sophisticated devices that can potentially generate complex sentences and phrases. No one device is suitable for all young people. Communication aids can be adapted to meet the needs of the youngsters with sensory impairments or physical difficulties. For a young person with a visual impairment, this could be achieved by adjusting the scale or layout of the images on the display.
Music. I like music.
Displays may comprise of overlays of a few symbols or more complex pictures or photographs, individual letters or words. In addition, the displays can be used to show moving images and videos.
I want tea, please. I want tea, please. I don't like coffee.
The users access their communication aids in many different ways. Only the smallest of voluntary movements is required to enable them to use the communication aid successfully. It may take time for the youngsters to establish controlled use of the switches. The child demonstrates this, as she is not only having fun with toys, but is also developing the skills that will lead to the full and successful use of a communication aid in the future.
Let's think Peter works with one hammer.
Tell me on your talker, which colour would you like?
What colour paper do you want me to use?
Peter works with one hammer.
Green.
Green.
When communication aids are first introduced, they are
colour
used in
paper?
play situations. Within school, communication aids can enable youngsters to access all areas of the curriculum.
Green as well.
I want to go on the
Tell us
computer.
what's this colour?
It enhances their participation in the class.
Yellow.
That's green.
Yellow. Green.
What colour do you want me to use then?
Letter juice, please.
What
This
colour?
therefore increases their access to a broad and balanced curriculum, which is their entitlement.
What colour would you like to use?
Communication aids are used both in school and outside. This can include one-to-one conversations, talking together in small groups, and communicating with speaking peers. As youngsters are able to become very fluent in using their communication aids, they can talk easily with other people. Some young people reflect on the changing circumstances and become aware of the attitudes of other people who may not be used to communicating with people who have speech difficulties.
Rebecca, for good talking. Good girl. Well done, Rebecca. Thank you. Thank you. Can you find it on there?
Where is it?
Thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
girl.
Thank you, Rebecca, and bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Good girl. Hi, here's your certificate. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, and here's your certificate. Good girl. Well done. Here's yours. Here's
My
yours.
name is Philip Roberts.
It is, and your name is on here. It says Philip Roberts.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello.
Can you tell me how you communicate?
I cannot speak.
So how do you express yourself then?
I use sign language.
What sort of sign language? Is it one that you've made up yourself?
No.
What is it called then?
Makaron.
Does everyone understand Makaton?
No.
What do you do if you're speaking to someone who doesn't understand Makaton?
I use a communication device.
How do you feel when you use your communication device?
I feel okay.
How do other people react?
We feel embarrassed.
And how do you feel when you use your aid?
Sometimes we do not speak them.
Is it whole school singing today?
It is whole school singing today. Yes, Sam, after dinner. But what would you like to sing?
Let's sing something.
Yes.
The Communication Aids Users Group provides an opportunity for young people to meet together and share experiences and have fun. They realise that people in other schools use communication aids and that they are not the only one using a computer-generated voice to speak. Young people can radically change as they no longer feel unique and isolated. The opportunity for the youngsters to talk with each other can raise their self-esteem and enhance their confidence. Established users act as role models. The young people are empowered as they are encouraged to lead the users group through presentations and suggestions of discussion areas. For many young people, the opportunity to express themselves independently may be the first experience they have had to be in control, and the resulting excitement can be inspiring.
One more song.
music, do you think? How did that make you feel? Can you tell me?
I feel really angry.
You feel really angry. Was that the same music? Did it make you feel the same?
Young people can become very competent and able users of the communication aids. With support, they can make up their own pre-recorded sentences, and this means that they can speak more quickly.
I like football.
Do you indeed? Yes, I heard a rumour about that. What team do you support?
I like support Southampton. I like support Southampton.
Do you like to watch football or to play football?
Football. Playing. I like playing.
You like playing football. I thought you did. And you like playing football to score goals. Yes?
Through using a communication aid,
football at
young
home.
people can gain confidence and develop a positive image of themselves. They develop greater independence and become an active member of a predominantly speaking
So you
society.
play football in the park.
By using a communication aid, the gap is bridged between the speaking and non-speaking
And
world.
can you tell us which school you're from?
I am a student at the Emily Forty School in Leicester.
Right. Ricky, could you tell everybody how long you've had your communication aid?
2 years.
Right. And how are things now? How are things now?
Things are much better now.
Okay. And what would you say to anybody else who's just starting to use their communication aid? What would you tell them?
You have to work hard and keep trying. You have to let people see that you are not silly.
Yeah. Right. Thank you, Ricky.
I got fed up and I was angry most of the time. I got mad when people did not understand me.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Anna O'Donnell. I'm the mother of Amy who suffers from cerebral palsy and has learning difficulties. She is 15 years old next month. We have always known Amy's understanding has been far beyond her ability to communicate, and we as her family can understand her. But outsiders unfortunately do not. Due to this problem, Amy becomes very frustrated trying to get her message across. Now that she has access to a communication aid, her frustrations have been eased because she feels able to communicate to others and feels part of things. This has helped her become more independent and to become more confident in all aspects of dealing with people. Others now realise how much potential Amy has. I think with time things will get better.
Communication aids can enable young people to feel that they are fully part of society and no longer isolated by their lack of speech. Non-speaking youngsters are able to make friendships with their speaking peers.
The magic penny.
The magic penny, right. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. It's just like a magic penny, hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it and you'll have so many, they'll roll all over the floor. Love is
A communication aid can enhance a young person's perception of themselves. They have increased confidence and motivation to choose how they'd like to live and have more fun out of life.
In this video you have seen many of the successes by young people who attend special schools in Leicester and Leicestershire. Along with my colleagues, I have a genuine sense of pride in their achievements, and I am very excited by the outstanding progress seen. The use of communication aids provides opportunities for young people to receive their entitlement to a full and balanced curriculum and enables them to take their place in society as equals to their peers. Such successes do not appear overnight, but with a great deal of hard work from all involved, and most especially from the pupils themselves. From the pupils, an impressive amount of work can be achieved. We are justifiably proud of all of our pupils, and I'm sure that I speak for everyone in support of the work that is being done. It can be demanding to overcome the difficulties associated with a speech, language and learning disability, but for many, the use of information communication technologies provides opportunities to meet this challenge in an unprecedented way. Along with my colleagues, I would like to congratulate the pupils on their achievements and wish them every success for the future.
The successes that you have seen on the video could be possible for more young people who have the potential to speak in this way. With the appropriate support from all areas, a great deal more could be achieved. Without it, they remain unable to speak for themselves.